Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Gravity Ace devlog. This one's a bit late because I took a break, went to Disneyland on Sunday. The new Star Wars ride is pretty dope. I spent the week working on making the level editing experience nicer. The focus was on creating brushes that let you draw out cave walls in a natural way. I'm a little under the weather, so I'm going to show you a small level being created using the tools, so you don't have to hear my sick, gravelly voice too much. The video is sped up a little bit. This took me about 20 minutes of real time. So I've implemented a few different brushes, brush shapes, and what you're seeing here is the default brush. It's a little bumpy, but it doesn't have a bunch of jaggy edges. It's mostly round. And you can see how you can quickly create a wall, rotate it, move it, draw some more wall on top of it, and it merges them into a single shape. You can also erase with any of the brushes. If you look closely, you can see the brush outline rotates randomly as you draw. It really makes creating organic-looking shapes much faster than the old way of moving individual vertices around. I'm finding that I'm creating shapes I never would have created before, which is pretty cool. You can also still move, add, and remove individual vertices for fine control or details. Maybe you need a specific area to be perfectly flat or at a certain angle, for example. So here I'm placing some enemies to test out the width of the corridor. You can jump back and forth between editing and playing seamlessly. So here's an example of the rough brush. So as I place more props and enemies and fuel stations, you can see how they snap to the nearest wall, and they orient themselves in the direction of the wall normal. Again, it just speeds things up. You can still fine-tune the placement and rotation of every prop and enemy by hand if you want to. Just trying to fit this in here. Watch how I weld these two pieces together. And then I'm going around the edge of the level a little bit, using the in-game camera guides to show me where to place more rock. I'm trying to make it so that the player can't see the space on the outside of the cave, just by extending the outer walls a little bit. So here I'm placing the level exit and then connecting it to the reactor core. This UI for connecting signals to verbs on other objects needs some work. It's functional, but I'd like to be able to do it all with the mouse, not need to worry about entity IDs. Alright, now for some grass and some space furniture. Again, they're just rotating and placing themselves. They're snapping to the wall and then rotating to the wall normal automatically. I'm really happy with how stable this is right now. When I was developing it, it was crashing constantly, but I've got it to a pretty good place right now. So here I'm going to create some background walls. Making a wall a background wall is a property of the wall itself. So that's it for now. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Please join the Discord server if you like to try out the game, help test it, provide some feedback. I'd love to hear your suggestions. All Discord users also receive a launch discount, so come join it today. The Discord link is at gravityace.com. Thanks a bunch, and see you next time. Two, one, 0.